Well, it's a fall from grace really for somebody that we all really looked up to, Sushil Kumar. After getting arrested, two-time Olympic medalist Sushil Kumar along with associate wrestler Ajay now has been produced in Rohini court. Sushil Kumar was absconding for over a fortnight after allegedly murdering a 23-year-old wrestler Sagar Rana at Chhatrasal Stadium in Delhi. This incident stems back to the 4th of May when wrestler Sagar Rana with two of his friends were assaulted by Sushil Kumar and his close aides. Sagar succumbed to his injuries, concussion injuries that he received. Others were undergoing treatment at a nearby hospital in Delhi. The police has filed an FIR against Kumar in the case on charges of murder, culpable homicide, criminal intimidation among others. Since then, Sushil was on the run escaping arrest. He has applied for anticipatory bail plea, was denied relief by the Delhi court, however. The court has said that allegations against him are serious in nature.
वही है जी, अपने बचाव के लिए घूम रहा था, कहीं नहीं चला फोर्स तो हो गया अरेस्ट, पुलिस ने पकड़ लिया जी, आगे कार्रवाई होगी, जो पुख्ता सबूत है इसके खिलाफ सारी पूछ लेगी पुलिस, बता देगा कितने लोग थे, सीसीटीवी में भी आ रहे हैं, गाड़ियां भी हैं, सब गाड़ियां 8-9 गाड़ी अरेस्ट कर रखी, तो कितने लोग थे उसके साथ ये बता देगा कितने थे।
हमें इस बात की बड़ी खुशी है कि सुशील को गिरफ्तार किया गया और उस पर सारे राज उगलवाए। उसके साथ साथ और गैंगस्टर थे, इसमें गैंगस्टरों ने ही जाके इसका ये काम किया है, उन सब का पता लगाए और जहाँ जहाँ 15-18 दिन में सुशील ने शरण ली है उनको भी कातिल को शरण देने के उसमें अंदर किया जाए, उनके धाराएं लगा के उनको भी सजा दी जाए।
आप देख पा रहे हैं सुशील कुमार को जो दिल्ली पुलिस की टीम है वो अब गिरफ्तार करने के बाद पेशी के लिए लेकर जा रही है। ये है सुशील कुमार, आप देख पा रहे हैं जो सुशील है और अजय कुमार है उसको लेकर बकायदा जो दिल्ली पुलिस है अब वो फिजिकली रोहिनी कोर्ट में पेशी के लिए लेकर जा रही है। कड़ी मशक्कत के बाद दिल्ली पुलिस की स्पेशल सेल की टीम ने सुशील कुमार और अजय को गिरफ्तार किया था। अब यहाँ पर जो साकेत का स्पेशल सेल का दफ्तर है, यहाँ से सुशील पहलवान और अजय को लेकर स्पेशल सेल की टीम भारी भरकम सुरक्षा के बीच यहाँ से लेकर जा रही है। ये देख पा रहे हैं आप जो स्वैट कमांडो की टीम है वो भी बाकायदा लगाई गई है यहाँ पर। अब यहाँ से सुशील कुमार और अजय कुमार को लेकर जाया जा रहा है और रोहिनी कोर्ट में पेश किया जाएगा। कैमरामैन रितेश मिश्रा के साथ अरविंद ओझा, दिल्ली।
Shifting focus now, Defence Minister Rajnath Singh is currently chairing a meeting to discuss the possibilities of conducting Class 12 board exams. Education ministers of all states and chairpersons of state examination boards are mulling the possibilities of holding board exams and entrance exams for professional courses safely amidst the pandemic. Sources telling India Today that the centre is planning to conduct board exams for only 4 major subjects, and issues related to providing assistance to the children who have suffered losses vis-a-vis a loss in their families are also going to be discussed. Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal has announced to extend the lockdown for 1 more week till the 31st of May in Delhi. He said that the positivity rate has come down now to 2.5% in the national capital, and if the trend continues, then the government is going to begin to unlock in a phased manner. Delhi has been under lockdown since the 19th of April due to rising cases. Meanwhile, BJP IT cell head Amit Malviya hit out at the Delhi government over extension of the lockdown. He said Arvind Kejriwal had protested when the centre had imposed nationwide lockdown to arrest the spread in cases of COVID-19.
आम राय ये बन रही है लोगों की कि 1 हफ्ते के लिए लॉकडाउन और बढ़ा देना चाहिए, क्योंकि अभी अगर लॉकडाउन खोल दिया और जो कुछ हमने पिछले 1 महीने की इतनी कड़ी मेहनत, संघर्ष और त्याग की वजह से पाया है, कहीं वो खत्म ना हो जाए। दिल्ली सरकार ने ये निर्णय लिया है कि 1 हफ्ते के लिए लॉकडाउन और बढ़ाया जा रहा है। अगले सोमवार 31 तारीख की सुबह 5 बजे तक के लिए लॉकडाउन बढ़ाया जा रहा है। अगर इसी तरह से केसेस के कम होने का सिलसिला जारी रहा तो 31 तारीख से फिर हम अनलॉक की प्रक्रिया चालू करेंगे। एकदम से अनलॉक करना ठीक नहीं रहेगा। तो वो भी धीरे धीरे कुछ गतिविधियों को 31 तारीख से फिर हम खोलना चालू करेंगे।
More than 400 doctors have died in the last 2 months alone, says India's top medical body, and given that the Indian Medical Association is keeping account of only 3.5 lakh doctors, and there are in fact more than 12 lakh doctors in the country, this count could be actually much more. I explain.
इस वायरस ने हमारे कई अपनों को
A visibly emotional Prime Minister talking about the contribution of doctors and frontline workers and how they are falling in the line of duty.
हमसे छीना है। मैं उन सभी लोगों को अपनी विनम्र श्रद्धांजलि देता हूं।
Their sacrifice no less than the sacrifice of those who protect the country. They are not dry statistics. They are humans going beyond the call of duty and risking themselves to rise to the occasion. 420 doctors have died in India in the last 2 months, says the Indian Medical Association. 100 doctors have died in Delhi alone, 96 in Bihar, 41 in Uttar Pradesh. Doctors say the government is looking the other way, not even doing the basics like keeping a record. The Indian Medical Association keeps a record of its members, which is 3.5 lakh doctors in India. The country, however, has more than 12 lakh doctors. Who is counting them?
It is our very strong demand that the government should maintain the official data. Secondly, government should make provisions for the accessible and affordable treatment of all the healthcare workers who have contracted COVID.
Earlier this week, the top medical body reported 270 doctors had died due to coronavirus. Among them was former Indian Medical Association President Dr. K.K. Agarwal, who also died due to coronavirus. He was 65. According to the IMA's COVID-19 registry, 748 doctors died to the disease in the first wave of the pandemic.
The doctors in the second wave are working in the hospital for more than 8 hours per day.
More so, doctors say financial cover to the family of fallen doctors has only reached a few.
Unfortunately, under the PM Garib Kalyan Yojana, where the provision of 50 lakhs rupees is kept, only 288 families of healthcare workers have got this compensation. The surety of job and the safety of job is very, very important in continuing our fight against this COVID pandemic.
The Supreme Court has asked the centre to notify it as to how many corona warriors, which is healthcare workers, doctors and other medical staff, about 22 lakh of them in the country, have got the benefits of the Prime Minister's insurance scheme after succumbing to this infection, which means how many families of these healthcare workers have got the benefits. The centre is going to get back to the apex court, but for the meantime has said that they have extended the benefits of this scheme for up to another year, which means that up until April 2022, this scheme is going to be in effect. In New Delhi, Sneha Mordani for India Today. Well, there is politics in the toolkit case does not seem to die down, and Chhattisgarh police has issued a notice now to BJP spokesperson Shambit Patra, calling him for questioning in this toolkit case. Patra has been asked to appear before Civil Lines Police Station in Raipur. By 4 p.m. today, the notice was sent after a local NSUI leader had filed a complaint against him. Remember, Patra had on the 18th of May released a purported toolkit on social media claiming it belonged to the Congress. He claimed the document was proof that Congress was attempting to tarnish India and Prime Minister Modi's image. Congress had hit back and said that this document was fake. The police action comes after social media giant Twitter had flagged Dr. Patra's tweet as manipulated media. After a video of Chhattisgarh's Surajpur district magistrate assaulting a man for allegedly violating COVID-19 norms during the lockdown went viral, the official has been removed from his post. In the viral video, the collector can be seen throwing the youth's phone and then slapping him. Later, security personnel on the spot also beat up the man. After the video went viral on social media, demands are made to suspend the DM. He issued an apology saying his intention was not to disrespect or belittle the person in the video. However, taking cognizance of the matter, the Chief Minister removed the collector from the post. IAS Association has condemned this behavior and has called this behavior from the DM unacceptable.
पर्ची दिखाने के लिए कर रहा था उनके पास जाके, तो वो एक बार तो बोले ठीक है, फिर लेकिन इधर आके ना उनको पता नहीं क्या लगा, वो पर्ची और मोबाइल दोनों था मेरे हाथ में और चाबी भी थी बाइक की। अब पहले तो वो क्या बोलते हैं कि मोबाइल लिए और पटक दिए, फिर पर्ची देखे भी नहीं और एक झापड़ मार दिया मेरे को, और पुलिस वाले को से भी बोले कि मेरे को मारने के लिए।
जब उनको रोका गया तो उन्होंने कहा कि मैं वैक्सीनेशन लगवाने जा रहा हूं। उन्होंने एक पर्ची दिखाई जो वैक्सीनेशन से संबंधित नहीं थी। बाद में वो बोले कि मेरी दादी जी को मैं देखने जा रहा हूं। उन्होंने बदतमीजी की। मैंने आवेश में आके उनको एक चाटा मार दिया। मैं माफ़ी मांगता हूं अपने इस व्यवहार के लिए।
Well, amid all the grief, some heartwarming stories of hope and courage have emerged. Here's one from Karnataka's Tumkur district, where a young girl risks herself to deliver newspapers every morning. Nabila Jamal caught up with this brave girl.
Almost every family has been impacted in some way or the other in this pandemic. Many have also lost their loved ones to COVID. 18-year-old Lavanya lost her dear father, who often motivated her to make a name for herself. Lavanya has now found her calling. Apart from being a first-year engineering student, she has doubled up as a newspaper delivery girl. For a city like Tumkur, it might be unusual for a young girl to work as a newspaper vendor, but Lavanya wants to make her father proud by carrying forward his long-standing tradition. Her father kept the town updated with his prompt newspaper delivery for 35 years. Lavanya wants to fill that void after his demise and does so with a beautiful smile.
I know that you're in a district area in Tumkur, far away from the city limits of Bengaluru. How have people in your society and locality received it?
I didn't think about that all society. What do they think? I want to continue my father's job, and in my mind it was there that my father's name should continue in his job. He was doing this job from 32 years, not since 1 or 2 years. So I don't.
You want to carry the tradition?
Yeah, I don't want to discontinue that. So I carried that. In my family members all supported me so much. My uncle, my mother, so much supportive.
Lavanya has taken up this rather difficult and daring task of delivering newspapers every morning door to door in the face of this raging pandemic. What's noteworthy is that she's studying first year engineering and also preparing for her IAS exam simultaneously.
I'm studying in Siddhganga Institute of Technology.
Okay.
First year engineering.
Go on. What do you do in the morning? What time do you wake up?
I wake up at 4:45 daily. I collect it. I distribute to some areas, and
I'm employees. You've employed some people. Your father employed some people.
Yeah, there were 5 people.
Okay.
They will also segregate papers. They will also collect and they will supply to some areas. I will also segregate.
Excellent.
This bright young girl is a true symbol of courage and inspiration. With Nabila Jamal in Bengaluru, Bureau Report, India Today.